Hi, I'm Niall from Gulfstream Boat Sales, and this is a 2010 Fletcher Wakesport tow sports boat. The interesting thing about this boat is that it's powered by a MerCruiser 350 mag, 300 horsepower MPI Alpha 1 stern drive. It's an absolute ton of power in a 19-foot hull, and it means that this boat's perfect for tow sports, water skiing, wakeboarding, all that sort of stuff. It is a fabulous spec from the factory, a totally unique colour scheme. Factory wakeboard tower, centre mounted ski tow pole, extended swim platform, perfect pass speed control, you name it, this boat has it. It's really well set up for water sports, looks the part, only got 278 hours on the clock. We're going to take a walk around it now. We're going to show you the condition that it's in, show you all the features on board, and hopefully help you to figure out whether this might be the right boat for you. I reckon this boat delivers all the style and performance of, you know, a Mastercraft or a Malibu or a more sort of mainstream tow sports boat, but it does it at a much more palatable price. And the other thing I like about this boat is it has a V bottom, so a proper V bottom. So if you are running it in bigger lakes or even around the coast, you know, it's not going to want to sink if in anything more than like 2 feet waves, which a Mastercraft will do. So it's a bit more of an all-rounder. You know, it'll do all the sort of family day trips, as well as being a proper out-and-out tow sport boat. So this one is 2010. We previously sold it in, I think it was around about August or September 2020. Since then, it has been used on Loch Earn here in Northern Ireland, and so it's been in fresh water since then. Very sparingly used as well, and it's super low hours. This thing's only got 278 hours on the clock. So, you know, if you work that out over the course of the boat's life, it has been very sparingly used. Comes on a custom matched SBS road trailer as well, in perfect condition, galvanized. It's a galvanized trailer that's actually been painted red. So, you know, you've got all the corrosion protection of the galvanizing, but the red matches the color scheme of the boat. So red decks, yellow hull color band, red hull bottom, Fletcher Wakesport graphics pack on it as well. Joby Attic 1.3 tower that matches in with the rest of the boat really well. There's an integrated bimini top on there as also, and you've got a tonneau cover too. So, and a hard deck lid on the bow. So this is a bow rider boat with a hard lid on it, which is great. We'll take that off in a wee while and show you that as well. So let's just start by walking around it in a bit more detail. I'll show you the features and the condition. The hull bottom has never been anti-fouled on this boat. This is the original factory gel coat on the bottom, which is all in really good condition. That's important for top speed as well. If you are looking to get top speed out of this thing, the fact there's no anti-fouling paint on it will help with that. Pop-up stainless steel cleats, stainless steel bow rails here, nice big chunky PVC black rub wheel all the way around it. The hull down along the port side and the rail, everything looks to be in very good condition. Wakeboard tower mounts are super solid. There's no cracking, stress cracking or anything around the mounting points. It's a twin bar tower, so it's extra rigidity. Stern mounts in great condition. As I said, this bracket, you know, this bimini frame bolts onto the tower and it folds open and closed underneath the tower, so it doesn't interfere with anything, which is really good. There's a Joby light bar up on top of that. You've got your central ski tow point up there and 2 board racks as well. Windscreen surrounds are polished aluminium and they look really smart. There's no corrosion on them either. Very few signs of any saltwater use on this boat actually. As we go around it, it does look very fresh. Graphics pack is in great shape. Even the trailer is in perfect condition. You know, the hubs, the wheels and tires and mud guards, everything is really smart. You get the Fletcher Wakesport SJX. I think that's just like an individual identifier for this actual spec, this color scheme. Got engine room vents here in perfect condition. Again, pop-up stainless steel cleats aft. Coming all the way back to the stern corner on the port side. The hull is in great shape. No damage to the hull or this extended swim platform. It's got like a stainless steel frame with a carpeted pad on it, carpeted deck, and these big stainless steel handrails. This sits at the waterline, so it's very easy to get in and out of the water. All the stainless steel, look at the strength in that bracket back there and stuff. You know, it's really well built, really well supported. So all the way down that port side in great shape. The bow is also unmarked. No trailer damage or anything there. It all looks good. You've got this like a little anchor locker in here. No, there's a wee small anchor in there. So you've got your anchor locker there, and then the starboard side hull is also in great condition. I can't see any damage at all worth talking about. Again, bow rails are in good shape. You've got a little chrome horn cover here. Again, wakeboard tower mounting points are good. Windscreen surround looks good on this side as well. LED nav lights on it. Tires in good condition. Board rack. Hull graphics look smart on this side as well. Some like tiny bit of wear on the graphics here, just on the corner I think, but you know, nothing that you wouldn't expect on a boat of this age. It is very clean, this boat. Engine room vent on this side's in good shape. One tiny little sort of spider's web, so probably hard to see pretty hard to see in real life even this, but anyway, tiny little stress crack there, but again, super minor. Coming all the way back to the corner on the starboard side, in great condition. Handrail, swim platform, edge is all good as well. So the boat is 19 foot 2 inches long, and it is 7 foot 5 inches wide, so 7.5 foot wide. So a nice broad transom, well set up as you would expect for getting in and out of the water with a big swim platform. You've also got this molded platform here and another molded ledge at the just behind that rear bench seat, so you can sit there, put your skis or wakeboards on. You've got a central ski tow and eye here if you want to tow, pull a skier from there. You know, if you've got rear seat passengers and you don't want to use the pole in the center of the boat, you can use this bow. But obviously, you know, you'll get a better tow from the center mounted ski tow pole. That's towing from the center of gravity of the boat, so there's a lot less pull on the boat if you're doing serious slalom skiing. So if you are slalom skiing, you probably want to use the pole, but for the towing the kids or for pulling a water toy or something, you can either use this tow point here or the one at the top of the tower. So you've plenty of choices for where you're going to tow from. You've got Fusion speakers facing aft as well, so it seems to be the dumb thing nowadays. If you're wakeboarding or water skiing, you got to blast music around the lake. So you can definitely do that with these big Fusion speakers, waterproof speakers facing aft. You got engine room vents there as well, and you've got your fuel fill point here on the port side. All the hinges and stuff are all nice, highly polished stainless steel. They match with the stainless steel cleats and things, and it all looks really smart. Taking a look below the waterline then. The yellow gel coat is continued right round the transom. You've got trim tabs on this, so you can control the shape of the wake to a degree with the trim tabs. It is powered by a MerCruiser 350 mag MPI 300 horsepower V8, which is matched up to this Bravo 1 actually stern drive. Sorry, I think I said Alpha earlier. It's actually a Bravo. So the Bravo is an uprated drive designed to handle more horsepower, more torque. It's a Bravo 1, so it's still a single prop, but it's just a beefier gear case. So that's good. It's all in great condition as well. It's all the original factory paint finish on it. The anodes look to be in good condition. The bellows, it's got a rubber boot there on the exhaust. The rest of the bellows look pretty good as well. No leaks or anything from the trim rams. It's got a single 3-blade prop. Now you could change this. This is a 21 pitch prop, I do believe. You could upgrade this to a 4-blade if you wanted for even more hole shot, but obviously there is absolutely no shortage of power in this boat, so it's going to get up on plane quickly even with that prop. The previous owner I know was able to squeeze just short of 60 miles an hour out of this boat. It was like 59.3 miles an hour. Now can't remember what prop he was using, whether it was this one or a different one, but this boat really does perform well. D-rings are in good shape. Obviously the swim platform brackets are all nice and solid. Trim tabs look good. You've even got LED lights in the trailer there as well. So everything below the waterline looks just as smart as the boat does above. Stepping on board then, you can see the layout in this boat is a little bit different as well. And again, designed with that sort of tow sports philosophy of mind. So you got the single helm seat up there, bucket style helm seat. And then you get this rear facing bench on the port side, so a spotter can sit there, can relax and lounge on that whilst watching the action behind the boat. You've then got the engine lid, the engine box here in the center, ski tow pole just in front of that, as I said, mounted at, and you know, it's sort of the center gravity point of the boat. You've 2 jump seats either side of the engine box as well, and then more seating up in the bow area. So the boat is category C rated, so you can use it around the coastal use for up to 5 passengers. So it'll carry 5 people. It's rated for 5 adults plus gear. Very easy to step on board. Because you got the big swim platform here, then you got this ledge, and then you can step on top of the engine box, so you don't have to climb over any cushions or anything to get on board. The actual upholstery is well matched. This is all the factory original Fletcher upholstery. So it's cream and red with yellow piping. So again, it ties in with the red and yellow color scheme. This thing really is going to stand out from the crowd. It is totally unique. I've never seen a boat like this before, and you're definitely going to turn a few heads in this thing. So let's jump in and take a walk around it. So the seats are fairly low set, so the gunnels do come up to a good height. So they're sort of up to like armpit height here. And you're going to get good protection from the windscreen. Great visibility no matter where you're sitting on the boat. The deck as well is molded fiberglass, so it's a solid fiberglass floor, so you're never going to have to worry about replacing wooden floor or anything. Solid fiberglass with snap out or snap in carpets as well, so nice black carpets. You've also got a nice sort of dark grey, like anthracite dash molding, so that reduces any glare on the windscreen whenever you're driving the boat. And then what else do we have in here? It's fairly compact, but plenty of room for 5 people. 2 will easily fit on this bench seat. You'll get another 2 there, and then you've got your helmsman. The ski tow pole is super solid there in the center. It recessed cup holders in the starboard side, 3 stainless steel cup holders. Speakers all the way around it, 1 over here, 1 on the port side, and a subwoofer plus an additional speaker there. Actually 2 speakers down there. No shortage of speakers. What's that? 4 speakers on here, plus the subwoofer, plus the 2 on the transom. So solid sound system, fusion as well, Bluetooth and all that sort of stuff. A little glove box up here. That's where your head unit lives. I'm actually going to lift the engine hatch and turn on the batteries so we can power all this stuff up. And then we'll take the lid off the bow and have a look in there as well. But really smart cockpit, good seating, looks the part. You've got the Wakesport SJX badge in front of the engine box as well. Let's have a look at the motor. So to open the engine hatch, you just pop these 2 catches either side. It all lifts up on actually 4 gas struts, see that? Which is good because it is a big solid fiberglass engine box. So, and then that reveals the selling point of this boat. For my money, this is why you want to buy this boat, is this 350 mag MPI, 300 horsepower MerCruiser V8. This is an absolute stack of power for this 19-foot hull. And it really thing goes incredibly well. The fact it's a MerCruiser as well means that it's super easy to maintain, easy to service. You know, you're not going to struggle to find a dealer for it. I know with some of these more exotic wakeboard boats like your Mastercrafts and Malibus and Ski Nautiques, they can have a little more power, and it can be often quite difficult to get somebody who knows what they're doing in terms of maintaining those. Whereas the MerCruisers are sort of ubiquitous at this stage. You know, they're not particularly complicated, and they're easy to maintain. They don't cost a lot of money. Parts are readily available, aftermarket and things like that. So you don't have to spend an absolute fortune to look after these things. So this one is in good condition. See, power steering and all that sort of stuff. MPI means multi-point fuel injection, turnkey starting. You'll see this cable on it here is your speed control cable, so you have cruise control on it as well. And yeah, engine looks to be in good shape. Gearbox oil level here, oil filter, power steering level down there. What else? You've got 2 batteries in this boat, one on the port side, one on the starboard side. Power steering, as I said, power trim is down in there. There's your battery isolator switch for the port side, and for the starboard side. So all looks nice and clean and tidy, and there's only 278 hours we plugged into it. There's no fault codes on it. 278 hours. It hasn't been run, hasn't been abused, this thing, at all. And we also posted, check out the photographs on the listing, because that shows the total engine hours and it shows the breakdown of what it's done in terms of how many hours or time, what time it's spent at each engine rev range. So you can see sort of the kind of life that it's led. This thing has not been overly worked. So there you go. That's the engine bay. Let's close that down. Now we have batteries on, we can show you everything else up here as well. Okay, let's take a look around the helm station now. So, bucket style helm seat. I think it's adjustable fore and aft. Yeah, as you can see it on a runner there, so you can adjust it fore and aft. Flip up bolster here, so you can sit on top of the bolster looking over the windscreen, or you can sit low down, so we're going to leave it there. There's a pocket for your feet to go into in front and slide into this thing. It is very much, I don't know if you've ever driven a Mastercraft or anything, this, you know, this is what it feels like. You're sitting low down, throttle and shift lever here, steering wheel right there. It does feel like a proper Mastercraft whenever you're sitting behind the wheel. So ultra flex steering wheel, everything you could need here. Throttle and shift lever falls easily to hand. You have a little molded in armrest there as well. We have full suite of marine instruments in the dash, so oil pressure, temperature. This is your stargazer. It's like an alternative to Perfect Pass, but it does the same thing. So it's speed control, so you can set your towing speed. You got an air ride speedometer here, as well as the one in the stargazer. Tacho over here, fuel gauge, voltmeter, trim gauge, digital depth sounder, which is good, shows you the depth of water under the keel. This is your remote control for your fusion system, so you can control it from here. You get the head unit in there. Definitely a good sound system in this, which, as I said, seems to be very important on these boats. Stainless steel cup holder in here for the helmsman. And then we've got switches for bilge pump, engine blower motor, nav lights, cockpit lights, and horn. And everything does seem to be working here. So yeah, great little helm station. Whenever you're running, you will be able to have a look, look through the center of the screen. Pretty small screen there, but that's the nature of the boat. And if you want to sit up higher, say you're towing the kids or whatever, and you want to just have a better look around, you can sit on top of the bolster. So let's flip up the bolster and I'll show you what height you're sitting at. So it's you there. That's my eye line with a bolster flipped up, so you get good visibility all the way around the boat. So there you go. So as I said, performance wise, I know that the boat just does a smidge under 60 miles an hour with the previous owner. I'm sure you could probably tweak that and get 60 out of it if you really wanted, but it's more about rapid response, fast hole shot, gets up on plane quickly. It'll cruise at anything from like probably 15 miles an hour for wakeboarding to about 35 miles an hour for monoskiing, or just generally sort of turn about. And then whenever you want that extra speed, the thing will do, you'll push on this 55, 60. So great performing boat. We are going to try. We're flat out busy at the minute. It's the middle of holiday season as well, so we've got a lot of people off, so we are struggling to get boats on the water for sea trail videos. But if this thing hangs around for any more than sort of a month or so, I will make an effort to get it to the water, because it's an enjoyable boat to drive as much as anything. So we'll try and shoot some water test footage and show you how the thing performs on the water as soon as we get a chance. Having said that, if you are buying the boat, obviously, all our boat sales are subject to sea trial water tests, so you will definitely get to run this thing before you complete the purchase. And we can do that virtually if you can't physically get here to do it in person. So just want to point that out. We don't expect anybody to buy any of our boats without running them in the water. So a few other quick things to point out. We have storage underneath this bench seat, so you can lift this up. This forward one removes as well. That's where we've got the tonneau cover stored in there. So black tonneau cover, black bimini boot. There's also a trailer strap there too, I think that is. So the boat looks smart with those covers on as well. You can pull that cushion out, just give you more room in there, so you store your covers or whatever. There's actually a good bit of space as well on the deck behind the helm seat. It's a nice bit of deck space there, so you could put, like a cool box or something, or, whatever. Grab bag, fire gear there. You'll be able to store tow ropes and things in there. There's also storage in the bow, and obviously all your boards and things will go on the board racks, skis and stuff. So let's take a look at the bow area now. So quick word about the deck lid. I really like this deck lid for a couple of reasons. One is, whenever it's on, it makes it a proper closed bow boat, so you can slide skis and stuff, use it for storage, but it stops the wind rustling through the boat. So if you are a serious skier and you do a lot of stuff in the springtime or late autumn, it can get cold out in the boat, particularly in a bow rider if the wind's blowing through it. So that hard deck means that it's closed bow, much more comfortable on the boat. There's no wind whistling through it, so that's a great job. And this little lip that comes up here, you know, the screen closes down whenever it's locked down in, so it really does stop the wind coming in there. But in the summertime, whenever you've got a lot of people on board or nicer weather, you can easily remove the lid and it turns into a bow rider. The fact that it is a hard lid means that you don't have to worry about renewing the covers and stuff like that, so that's good as well. So, plus it looks smart. So to get into the bow whenever you are using it, you open this screen in the conventional manner. You've got two clips in here which you release, which are released there at the minute. And then I just need to put the camera down because you have to lift that lid, lift that sort of latch, and that latch at the same time it slides up out of the way. See, it's tucked into that wee pocket at the front, so it'll never blow up at the front. So I'll put the camera down and lift the lid and show you the bow area. So with the deck lid out of the way, you can see we've got a full cushioned bow area. So there's two filler cushions, so you can make it up into the sun pad. Fairly neat in size, but you know, big enough for a couple of people to sit up here. You can also remove the sun pad cushions, the filler cushions, like so. And then you do have, again, a good bit of floor space up here, all molded, non-skid as well, with a snap-in carpet. And the upholstery the same as the rest of the boat, that sort of off-white with the red and yellow piping. It's not the deepest bow area in the world, so you are sort of sitting up on top here, but these bow rails come up to decent height, so you get another 2 inches there, so they give you an extra bit of security you can hang on to. And it's all well upholstered, the upholstery's all in good condition, and a bit of storage in here actually, just a wee lined storage locker in there, and the anchor locker that we saw earlier. So there you go, nice bow area in good condition as well. So there you go, that's our 2010 Fletcher Wakesport. It's a fabulous boat, pretty unique. You're definitely going to stand out from the crowd in this thing. It does everything that that a proper tow sports boat will do, but it's also got a V-bottom, which is great for handling in choppier water. It's going to cost you a fraction of the price, and it's going to be very easy to maintain with that MerCruiser engine. Stacks of power with 350 mag, 300 horsepower, matched up to that Bravo 1 leg, and yeah, it's an impressive piece of kit, this boat. I really do like it. We're going to do our best to get it on the water in the very near future to show you how the thing performs underway. But if you are keen on it, if you've got any questions, if you want to arrange to come and look at it, if you want to arrange an in-person sea trial or a survey, please don't hesitate to get in touch. It's very seriously for sale at the moment, and we aim to make the buying process as easy as possible for you, so we can look at the logistics of getting it transported to your home marina. We can help with trade-ins and part exchanges if you want to do that. And we're here to help. So if you're interested in the boat, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The best way to do that is by calling me on the number at the top of the webpage, or you can send me an email to sales@gulfstreamshop.com, or you can fill out the callback request form on this page of our site, and I'll contact you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you like this Fletcher Wakesport as much as I do.